survive.
Yeah, one of the ways that you think out of the box was something that actually happened on my seed earlier in the week. I had to do a cursed belt grind in order to get cash. So that was interesting. All right, so let's see what we have here in the treasury.
Looks like we have a couple of heroines taking over for our hero today.
We do. Fighter's ring is nice to find. Little D and little F, high spirits. What are they both the same? Are they both the same build?
Nope. Sparkover is using a strength HP build with the letter little d, and Tristal is using strength agility. And wow, 2 towns in Sharlock right outside with a key.
Wow.
So they got a lot of options. They got Garingham, they got the Treasury, they got Tentacle Castle basement, and whatever the other town is.
Yeah. If the other town, watch the other town be rumbled there just because. All right, so it looks like Tristal is going to go check out the treasury. And he picks up an extra magic key. That's a good thing. A second magic key. Magic key grind incoming.
And gold.
And fairy water. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm willing to bet that these guys will probably do a quote-unquote dirty grind for some cash, especially if things are reasonably priced in either one of these 2 towns.
Oh, they might even have better options than that, but yeah, it's they can pretty much use the money and buy anything they want in that castle, in that town.
And you don't have to worry about keys because every time you use one, you get 2. So it really is a nice setup for our runners right now.
Oh yeah, it's about the best start you could hope for outside of like having Erdrick's sword in your pocket,
So Sparkover gonna go buy keys.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to stock up. The money is there and it's not going anywhere. So it's also a good time to go over here and check the basement because two birds with one stone.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we're having trickery issues. No, neither one of our runners has Heal More. Neither one of our runners has any spells.
And we either have Swamp South or the Grave, since she was able to take steps to the north.
And south. So it's not the...
It is the Grave they are in. So they have 3 chests that are very easy to get, and 2 more that require quite a bit of work, especially at level 1.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to, get those 3 chests and set up the gold grind, but I wouldn't try it with all these enemies. All right, so let's see what we have here in Garinham. Cheap half plate. Or was that a full plate?
Sorry, I was taking care of tracker issues. So
that's all right. So it's cheap either half plate or full plate in Garinham. More gold. And more gold. Now, I would imagine Spark's going to check what's in the basement of Garinham and then just beat a hasty retreat and see what else and see what she can buy.
And yes, G Mario, that is Sharlock. That is right next to the castle. So, and it looks like we have the tablet cave because she can only go right and no other direction.
And she does. I think she did pick up a torch, so we might see her going through that cave in a minute. But I think she's going to get some stuff first. She's going to get a copper sword and a half plate, I would imagine. Yep.
Oh yeah, a little bit of armor and at least a value sword. So potentially can go out there and kill something now.
And I would imagine she's going to stock up with herbs.
Oh yeah. Sometimes when you're dealing with this so-called wet noodle that they're looking for, the low strength, low HP monster, to get them going, sometimes it's either a fight to get the kill or it does just a little too much damage and you need a little bit of healing to get yourself over.
Right. And I would imagine Tristal's going to get the same stuff that Sparkover just got, the copper sword and the half plate.
So now, what is the monster they're looking for? Well, that Spectre there is only hitting for 1 and 2, so that has a chance to be the wet noodle.
I'm a little surprised Sparkover isn't going into that second town to see what's there.
It is Hawksness, I believe. I think I saw it while I was taking care of the tracker.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
So Hawksness has the potential to be one of 3 items, either the Fairy Flute, the Erdrick's Token, or the Erdrick's Armor. And in some cases, it could be nothing.
So, there's an enemy in the cave underneath Garenham.
We got our kill on Sparkover. And she gained 2 levels.
Hurt more!
Yeah, hurt more is a big one. As long as not everything is resistant to it. You know, we know after 1 kill that there could be a serious rocket in levels here.
Ooh, and Hurtmore has no effect on the werewolf, so she's going to have to kill the werewolf the old-fashioned way.
Lots of herbs, and yeah, well, it didn't have any magic anyway, so she can't really spam Hurtmore. So an interesting thought here is potentially gain a couple more quick levels and take Hurtmore into Hawksness and see if whatever is guarding the item spot is weak to Hurtmore, especially if it's worth decent experience.
Yeah. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. So we'll see. Oh, now that werewolf was worth nothing experience-wise. So yeah, I agree. I think that would be a very prudent call to take Hurtmore in to Hawksness and see what's going on there.
And it looks like Tristal has got his first kill. Doesn't look like the Droll Magi is the wet noodle because it has a lot of health. But with a decent amount of strength to start, because they started with 11, which is not terrible, but you know it's good. And with the Copper Sword, which basically doubled their attack power, you know, they're able to do enough damage to take it out.
And Tristal is going to find the werewolf giving its disappointing experience.
Hey, sometimes you got to take 9 experience at a time to progress. And Sparkover has given up on the Spectre again.
And I'm a little surprised she doesn't go to an inn and refresh her MP at this point.
Oh, that's exactly what she's doing. Got to get out there so you can hit those Hurtmores.
And I do believe I saw Tristal pick up the Dragon Scale. I'm not sure if he equipped it, but I do believe he's picked it up.
It's just so difficult, you know? You have to buy it, and then you got to go to the menu and equip it. It's just so much work for 2 defense.
Same with the Fighter's Ring. That's only 2 offense.
Yeah, I guess that's a little better. And Sparkover is making the Hawksness play. What do we got here? Is it like a red slime or a wolf?
A wolf
that hits for 1. Wow.
Nice. Oh, and it's susceptible to Hurtmore, and it didn't die.
Okay, well, it's susceptible hopefully to 2 Hurtmores.
There we go. 2 Hurtmores and decent experience. And what do we have here? Erdrick's Armor. That's huge.
Oh, yeah. She now has the best armor in the game. And it was definitely a good play. It's, you know, getting over there. You have Hurtmore. I mean, you don't have much health. I mean, if the wolf would have just hit for a decent amount of damage, she would have went squash, but...
So the nice thing about Erdrick's Armor, especially this early, is number 1, it heals 1 HP with every step that they take. So herbs aren't really going to be a big thing, at least early. Because all you got to do is walk around a little bit, and all of a sudden you have health back. And number 2, you're going to be able to explore these big swamps like the one Sparkover's in right now, because it prevents swamps and barriers from doing damage. And once she finds Caitlin, she'll be able to walk to get the coordinates super easily.
Oh yeah, lots of benefits for it. And Tristal went into Garingham, I believe, and found the mountain cave. And the first thing he found was the Stones of Sunlight. And then he was able to kill a stone man and gained 23 magic from that level.
Oof, nice.
So Tristal has one of the key items that are required to get to the final dungeon, which is about a stone's throw away over the hill and, you know... Maybe a quick stop for a bite to eat to Sharlock.
So it'll be in, you know, this is going to be one of the few seeds that once the Dragon Lord is dead, they're probably not going to cast Return.
You know, it could be, muscle memory. Just, oh yeah, I got to cast return, and it probably spent about the same amount of time, if not a little bit less, to do it.
Probably.
And who wants to? We're heroes, Who wants to actually walk 5 squares? I mean, we're supposed to get home and celebrate and have a feast in our honor because Dragon Warrior loves feasts, and we don't have time for walking.
All right, so it looks like Tristal is going to go into this cave here underneath Cantagel.
Is he going to dig out the other 2? I don't know. Did he get the first 3 chests in here? I don't think he did. Nope.
No, he died before he got the chance.
Well, he does have regular heal and hurt now, so he does have a little bit of healing.
Red Dragon's worth a nice little sum.
And Star Wyverns are worth a little bit less, but it got Tristal up to level 5.
Gold men are not easy.
No, they're breathing baby breath, but still, baby breath hurts. When you have not much health, it hurts.
Especially without Erdrick's armor too.
And look at this, Goldman carrying the gold. I mean, it looks like he got his allowance.
Tristal picking up an Alright, so Fairy Water, Dragon Scale.
Yes, he actually has activated a gold glitch now. I don't know if that's what he was aiming to do or just accidentally did it because he found a gold chest here.
I think it was accidental.
Yeah, he might have had intentions of doing it. So what is the gold glitch? Let's answer that question real quick. Well, this game, the way this game is programmed is there is a stack, an array that can hold 8 chests in it. It can only hold 8 chests in it. And anytime you open a chest in the game, well, the game says, hey, we're going to throw it in this stack of 8, and then we're going to, when it gets thrown in there, we'll remove it from the game. And that's how the game knows to remove chests. Well, the only way to actually refresh that stack is to go outside, whether it's the outside spell or exiting out. And the game developers kind of programmed the game around that. There's no place in this game that has more than 8 chests in it. But the randomizer kind of changes the rules, especially. And if you actually die, or you open more than 8 chests in an area, whenever you try to open that 9th chest, the game just doesn't have anywhere to put it. It doesn't fit into the stack that holds 8, so the chest stays there, and you can open it as many times as you want.
So it looks like there was a torch in that chest that Tristal just checked. And now he's going to go check out the absolute basement of the grave.
Yeah, and one thing you'll notice is, like, the last chest he opened up said bamboo pole, but it was actually fairy water. Because of the chest glitch, the game, when you pick up an item that's not money, it just randomly pulls 2 words or an item out of memory and tells you that's what you actually pick up. Because in some cases, you get some really interesting combination of words.
Thou hast found the red.
The red what? The red what? I gotta know! Come on, tell me!
It was red.
I know, but...
It was red.
Okay, you win.
So it looks like Tristal going back into the grave.
Yeah, honestly, I would leave that bottom chest for a while. At least until you get a couple more levels so you could just spam more magic. It takes a long time to get those bottom 2 chests, and it's a lot of work to go down there.
Well, at least he got the 1 bottom, so he just has to find the very bottom now. So
Wolflord saw that hurt more spell, and he's like, nope, I'm gone.
And now he's like, what you gonna do now? I blocked your spell. What you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do? I'm still gonna run.
And the Goldman Bruiser bully just, he's trying to take your money, obviously, because he has a lot of it on him. So he's probably bullied a lot of heroes that came into this cave.
Yeah, I would think.
So we're looking at what,
Still
levels? Oops, sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, Tristal is slowly closing in on that bottom chest in Garenham. Or Garen's grave.
Oh yeah, and both of them are now level 7. I was just going to say they're level, but both of them are now level 7.
And I think they're something, they're about 100 experience apart, so they're basically tied.
I know, the only difference is the armor, which once Tristal walks into Hawksness, he's going to trip over. The enemy might actually run away by the time he gets there. There's nothing like running into a Guardian of something really, really important and just watching it run away because, you know, it was lunch. And these knights look nasty. Dragon Lord Breath and resistance to hurt spell.
So we're going to see a bunch of them in Sherlock, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, especially with the way Sherlock works in this chaos mode.
So now it looks like Sparkover is going to go down into the mountain cave.
Oh, and blocked by the old man and his son. You know, jerks just have to hog the entire highway. So Tristal really wants to get that bottom chest, and unless it's really Erdrick's sword, he's wasting a lot of time to try to go down there and get this thing.
If it's the harp or the token, I'm sure he won't be disappointed.
Well, yeah, he won't be disappointed, but, you know, the bottom of the grave is something that, you know, you should have plenty of health or magic before you take the time to make that dive, because you know it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. Tristal getting up to level 8. Nice hit point boost.
And Sparkover hits 8 just at the same time. So this is neck and neck right now. Oh, and a silver harp, it looks like, was in the mountain cave. We must have missed that, because Sparkover just picked it up. I wonder if Tristal got it.
I was just going to say, did we miss it, or did Tristal never get the chance to get it?
Oh, and Sparkover hits another level right away.
And so did Tristal. They're both at 9 now.
Oh, level 10 for Sparkover.
I missed that one.
Looks like she gained 2 levels there somewhere. I guess we'll have to wait to see Tristal's inventory if we can find out if he actually got the harp or not.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. What's this bottom chest here in the grave?
Oh, got away. Okay.
Oh, it's the sword!
It's worth it. It was worth it. The problem is, now he needs to find another knight, because he either has to take the slow way out or the fast way out.
Yeah, I think Star Wyverns can kill him.
Hurtmore usually does a good job. Oh, I wasn't sure if I saw a silver harp there.
I wasn't sure either, and I was looking for it.
Yeah, I don't think I saw a silver harp. He might not have made it to those chests.
Well, we'll know if he goes right back in.
Always good to pick up a little extra money and a couple of extra keys. Oh, a sword magician he got this time.
Sword magician! Yay!
Because he actually has not been outside for the last 10 minutes or so, he still has the chest glitch active until he actually physically walks outside.
You know, I wonder if that was part of his stubbornness in going down to that bottom chest, that he didn't want to lose his gold grind.
Well, you know, the good news is it was still really easy for him to get, because he only had to open up 2 chests on the top floor.
So I wonder what he's grinding for.
One of the expensive armors probably in the town. I didn't see, or the shield. I didn't see exactly what the expensive stuff was.
Yeah, I didn't either, really. I know there was a small shield there, but that was about it.
And Sparkover is up to a 700 experience point lead and gets another level.
So let's see if Tristal goes into Hawk's Nest to see if he can take care of that wolf. Specters give decent experience.
Oh yeah, and they may have been the wet noodle too, which is is interesting.
Armored Knights hurt.
Yeah, they actually punch you with all of their armor, so it hurts a little bit.
Alright, so Tristal now is going to take on the wolf. Hurtmore 1. And incoming Hurtmore 2.
And he has the best armor and weapon in the game now. The only thing he needs is a fancy shield.
So that wolf took 3 Hurtmores.
So that means it probably has at least 115 to 120 health.
Yep. I think the maximum is 140 for overworld monsters.
I think it's 130 or 140. I don't know the exact number, but Sparkover found a town.
She actually found 2 more towns, because there's one little bit to the east, too.
Oh, wow. All of the towns decided to stick together today.
And the lone chest in Rumeldar making up for the extra key in the treasury. Dirt cheap silver shield.
Oh, yeah. So she's got the best shield in the game. She's not going to go for the weapon, though. So Tristal has all of this money. What is he hoping to spend on? I guess he's hoping to find the silver shield to buy. When he gets there, it's not going to cost a whole lot.
And Sparkover now finding coal.
Well, nice cheap magic armor if she really needed it.
Nice cheap club, too. Only 10,000 gold pieces.
Hey, it's made from genuine real wood, which doesn't really exist anymore, I heard.
So Sparkover now has everything she needs, well, almost, to get the rainbow drop. She has the stones, she has the token, and she has the harp. She just needs to turn the harp into the Staff of Rain, and who knows, maybe it's in this cave right here.
Nope, it's probably a swamp cave or tablet. Let's find out.
Swamp North.
This is the tablet cave, actually. This is the freebie cave.
This is the freebie. Yep, you're right, you're right. So
this cave
coordinates would be nothing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this cave has 1 chest in it, and there are no monsters, so she gets her free herb.
So really, the only useful thing that's left for either of our runners to find is the death necklace.
Yep, and we don't know quite yet if they're actually going to need it or not. It's way too early in the levels to know if you're going to need that attack power boost and if you're going to have the health to do it.
Tristal finally picking up his silver harp.
So what are we still looking for? Well, we're looking for the Silver Harp Cave, and we're looking for the Jerk Cave, who has the Rainbow Drop, and that's it, actually. And maybe the Death Necklace.
Yeah, that's really it. So, yeah, the coordinates don't mean anything. If there are coordinates, it'll be the Fairy Flute. But really, our runners just need to find those 2 caves, and they're in go mode then. Once they find those 2 caves.
Yeah, then it becomes, where is the experience going to come from? Where are they going to grind for those levels?
Yeah, because I don't think I've seen any enemies with a 200 plus experience give.
Nope, just a bunch in the high 2 digits and mid 3 digits is about it.
Oh, there we go.
That's almost 200.
Oh, and Sparkover finds the Staff of Rain, and she finds that's either Catlin or Breckenary.
Now, one of those towns is extremely exciting to find. The other one is quite the disappointment.
Although Sparkover won't really find much worthy in Catlin because she knows she doesn't need the fruits. Oh, look. Breckenary.
Hey, it might have an overpriced club. See? And a 4 gold bamboo pole. I mean, you can't get a better quality stick than that.
Man, and that's even cheaper than normal. You can, you buy a few of those bamboo poles, you can make a hut.
Maybe you could attract a bunch of pandas to live in your hut.
There you go.
It's looking like those wizards are the go-to enemy to kill, and wait. Oh yeah, never mind. I thought I saw something, but yeah, that's a really good level up there, and wow, those two towns, Rimildar and Cole, were right next to the starting castle.
Everything is right here.
You know what that means. That means the Rainbow Drop Cave is on another island on a different continent on the other corner of the world.
Right, yeah, it's gonna be in some stupid location.
This is definitely shaping up to be a sub 1 hour seed, depending on how bad Sharlock and the Dragon Lords are.
Yeah, to me this just kind of has that feel of a Dragon Lord 1 hitting for like 85.
And has 100 health and takes 15 at a time.
Right.
Hey, I actually rolled this seed, and usually I roll seeds that are disasters, so we still have hope for a disaster.
Sparkover finding Catlin. She's probably looking for a flame sword here.
And Tristal did go into Cole and pick up his token. So he has everything he needs except for finding the Staff of Rain Cave and the Jerk Cave.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Tristal has all the best equipment. The sword, the armor, and the silver shield. Alright, this is our first Poltergeist kill. Not bad. Poltergeists are fine.
The sword is at the very bottom of the grave. Way, way, way at the bottom. Which is usually the last place a lot of people check when they're deciding that if they need to go into dungeons or not.
Tristal picking up his staff, so we are very much on equal footing now. The only difference is that Sparkover has a very small 500 experience point lead. That is very minimal.
Uh-oh, we got a cave here. It's either swamp. Oh, it's the swamp, because that's the only other option that's left.
Little surprised Sparkover didn't take it maybe to go find the other continent.
I think since she's really only looking for one more thing. Well, she has 2 things she can find still, because we never found the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight cave. So there's really only 2 places that she's looking for to find the sword.
Well, level 13, not an extraordinary level, except for the fact that they get heal more.
I would say that's pretty extraordinary.
Mm.
Because technically you need that to beat the Dragon Lord.
Well, you don't need it. I mean, you can always work up to level 30 and just have so much HP you don't ever need to heal.
Actually, I'm pretty certain even at level 30 you're still going to need to cast it.
Yeah, probably.
Unless Dragon Lord has 100 health and you get, almost 200 attack power, 200 attack power.
And now this is the race for the jerk.
Yep, and the experience too, of course, because got to keep leveling.
Oh, yeah.
They're not quite there yet. They still got a little ways to go.
Yeah. Command.
No command.
Command.
No.
Command.
Command not found. I am air.
No, error. No, come on. Error's not part of this community. He's part of the Zelda community.
Hey, I've seen plenty of Link sprites running around right now in this community, okay? So you can't tell me that he might not actually be here somewhere.
Guilty as charged as one of the Link sprites running around Alefgard.
Don't worry, I've been running around as Luigi, so...
No, that's neat. So, Green Mario?
Better Mario. Okay, disgruntled Mario, because he got tired of not getting the spotlight, so he moved to this game.
Mario's in this game too, though.
That is true. But no, that's Red Luigi. I don't know what you're talking about.
Those knights sending Sparkover back to the start. Let's see if she now goes back into the grave to find the sword.
And that would be a big nopers.
So she's probably making the Sherlock play at this point, I would imagine.
Well, we'll see. I think first thing she wants to do is find the Jerk Cave, and then see if she can find the Stones of Sunlight Cave, because there is that one free chest in there that could hold the sword, and then she's probably got to decide, does she want a chance, the 8 chests in Sherlock, or the 6, 7 chests in Sherlock, or the 2 at the bottom of the grave?
Tristal getting his heal more at level 13. Meanwhile, Tristal has closed the experience gap to a mere 200 points.
Oh yeah, this is close. It's really going to come down to Sherlock at this point. And what levels they make the dives, because it looks like at 13 they have about 86 health. And less than 10 heal more, so we're looking at least 2 or 3 more levels before they can really potentially beat it.
Yeah, agreed. They're probably at least a few levels away, unless level 14 is one of those mega levels that gives you everything you need.
Another thing is we still haven't actually seen what their stats are, so we don't know what their strength and agility is at either.
Where's McGrew when you need him?
I think he's busy with another race right now, actually.
Bah!
I think he's got his hand full with 4 people.
Oh, we have a metal slime finally making an appearance. Ow.
And it only takes 1 damage, so it's a metal slime.
But it's... Ooh.
It's a baby metal slime, okay? It was still in infancy, okay? It hadn't grown up to be a full giant metal slime that's filled, bursting with experience. This was just lightly oozing.
That was a newborn!
I know! She slaughtered a newborn! Well,
Still kind of...
It cast hurt more, so, it got, it got a little bit of its parents' feistiness in it.
A little bit.
So Sparkover is actually doing a lot of attacking instead of hurt mooring, so that might be one of the reasons why she's starting to slowly lose her lead here, if not completely lose her lead.
It's gone.
Oh yeah, it is.
Green Dragon, hello! 1 hurt more, 251 experience. Yes, more of them, please.
Well, considering how the max you can get is 255, I would say that's definitely worth it.
Absolutely.
So, is the knight going to be the boss guarding the Dragon Lord?
I would hope so. Wait, no, I shouldn't say that.
We hope so, not them.
Right, exactly. For maximum trollishness, we hope so.
Yeah. So it's starting to look like they're starting to run out of places to find here. There might be this little stretch of land, and then they have to go through the swamp cave.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm thinking that we do have a swamp cave mandatory here.
Oh, well, this is the swamp cave, I think, that she's coming up to?
I think so, if the Wyvern family will let her in.
Well, it's their home, okay?
So,
fun thing you might try to do here is to go see who's guarding the princess, because it might be or should I say Prince Guimond, because there's a female sprite, but it might be something worth farming.
No, for the heroine from Dragon Warrior 4, it's still Princess.
Oh, it is? Oh. Could it at least be Princess Elena?
That'd be ideal, but...
Or
Mara or Nera.
I guess we'll just have to fetch McGrew on it. So this stone man has some really high agility.
Yeah, this stone man is, yeah. He don't move like he's made of stone.
But, as Tristal just showed us at the same exact time, Hurtmore does kill him, but Sparkover just doesn't want to use her magic.
I think she's saving it for heal spells, maybe? Oh, Rogue Scorpion, haven't seen any of these yet.
And I don't think we're going to see them anymore either.
Okay, so stop spell works.
Something to remember, just in case it's Monster and Sharlock. I don't think it's attacked yet, has it? I didn't see if it attacked.
No.
This might be 75% sleep.
I'm thinking it is, because the only time I saw it attack was when Sparkover was asleep.
So, based on the amount of... Ooh, the excellent dodge. That stinks. Based on its sleep spell, and how much health and defense it has, there's a possibility that it's a Sharlock. And going to rescue the princess.
167 experience? Ugh.
And gold, too.
Yeah, all you have to do is cast a stop spell. Might be worth it.
And to wait 8 to 10 turns, that's probably not worth it.
Probably not.
So for some reason, she rescued the princess. I guess because she's so happy, I don't know. The problem is, she now has to fight the scorpion again.
Well, she rescued the princess probably to get the, X amount number of HP to the next level.
Yeah. That's pretty much when you already know you don't need the coordinates. The best thing to have the princess for is just to know how much you need to level.
Right, exactly.
And the Wraith Knights only take 2 damage.
Alright, so we are on the other continent, it appears.
We hope it's another continent.
We are looking for a cave.
Or 2. Well, we know we only need 1, but she's looking for 1 or 2.
Yeah, but there will probably be 2 over here.
Yeah, most likely. And the other one, maybe it has the death necklace, who knows, and Tristal never finds it.
Could be.
Now, she's got to be careful, because anyone who's played the Japanese version of Dragon Quest I and done the speedrun knows that Princess and the Swamp are probably 2 things that should not mix very well.
So I think Sparkover missed the cave to the southeast.
Well, that was the Swamp Cave, actually.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So she still has to check the direction east of the Swamp Cave for that last... Oh, she's not going to go look for it. But we did have confirmed, looks like split continent with the Jerk Cave on the other continent. So basically, as I predicted, on a separate island in the corner,
yeah,
somewhere else.
Tucked away in the middle of nowhere.
So she's not returning the princess, which means if she dies with the princess in her arms, she loses her GPS, her Gwendolyn positioning system.
And why? I don't. Why, with only 27 MP, do you make this dive?
Well, I don't think she's assuming the sword is in Sharlock because she's going into the bottom of the grave. So she's checking the last 2 chests down here to see if the sword is here. But maybe she just wants some company while she's going down. I mean, it's dangerous, it's dark, it's, you know, it gets scared when you're down there by yourself. I mean, don't you realize, you know, the heroine of Dragon Warriors 4 entire family and village just died to protect her? Obviously, she's kind of lonely right now.
And also keep in mind, she's got Gwaylin probably yapping in her ear that she hasn't been outside in forever, so she wants to take a little trip.
Yeah, that's true. Or, yeah, as Autoshy says, it might be just using the princess as a meat shield.
Yeah, just, you know, throw her up in the air and go, "Hey, Dragon Lord, look!" and then slaughter.
Hey, look! It's a princess!
Stabby, stabby, stabby!
Or Dragon Lord breath, crisp, and now we got dinner.
Hey! No cannibalism allowed.
Hey! I mean dinner for the Dragon Lord.
Ah.
I mean, obviously, because the heroine is probably going to be the dessert.
Sparkover runs away from the knight because we know how deadly they can be.
Yep. Also, another thing to consider, I don't think the princess is going to make this one out of this one alive because she doesn't have the outside spell, so there's a chance that she might just death warp at the bottom to a knight. So she might actually be leaving Princess Gwendolyn in the grave at the bottom of the grave. But yeah, coming up here in a minute or so, it's going to be go mode for Sparkover.
Yep. Now it's just a matter of finding a good grind spot.
And Tristal's coming up to the Swamp Cave with about 1,000 experience lead. So he's going to have his go mode soon too.
Oh, Sparkover's going to try to walk out.
Aw, and you can't say Chivalry's not dead.
So in this meantime, while Sparkover has actually found the rainbow drop and everything, Tristal has built a 1,300 experience point lead.
Oh yeah, but that's not too much considering that there's a lot of monsters with 200 plus experience out there. So, oh well, rip the princess.
And the princess will lie forever at the bottom of the grave.
That's certainly the proper place to leave her, because the only place you ever want to leave the princess is either in a grave or in a swamp.
So 75 experience points to the next level. And and Sparkover's max HP and MP is rather pathetic for level 14.
Yeah. It looks like Tristal has decided to check up on the Rogue Scorpion. And, yeah, now it's time to do some reconnaissance in Sharlock to see what's in here. And, Druid Lords is not a good start. So one thing about Sharlock, what's in Sharlock is actually based on an in-game formula, where the game decides to take what monsters it deems strong and throws most of them in Sharlock. That's why you could usually predict the kind of monsters that will be in Sharlock based on what you run into. Like, the Druid Lord hits pretty hard. The Knight, as we see right there.
So it looks like the Rogue Scorpion is only 50%-ish resistant to Stomp Spell.
Yep, and it does take a lot more damage when you hit it with Erdrick's sword instead of the Copper sword.
This is true.
I think Tristal, after trying to fight the second one, just gave up on the grind.
Yeah, I think so. Although the Druid Lords seem to be decent grind. I mean, it's 200 some odd experience.
Yeah, the only problem is it hits for about 20 every time, and it's going to take you a few hits to kill them. So it's going to hit you. And we found the Stones of Sunlight cave that Sparkover missed.
So empty. So either an herb or a key in there.
Yep, and since he has a maxed inventory on those, at least one of those items, that's why it wasn't in the chest. So we got Wraiths in Charlock, which cast Hurt. So that's actually a really nice thing to see.
Yeah, Hurt tickles when you have Erdrick's armor.
And I think Tristal just hit level 15.
He did. Of course, I missed what it was.
Yeah, I didn't see what it was. I just saw the last thing at the corner of my eye. The shrimp, so-called shrimp thing is actually a dragon scale. It's +2 defense if you equip it.
And both of them do have the dragon scale equipped.
Okay, so we might have a problem here with this Wraith, as it seems to resist hurt a bunch, and it heals. And she was doing no damage to it.
Did she try sleep?
They don't have sleep yet at 14.
Uh-oh!
Ooh, the knight apparently doesn't have a lot of health. It died fairly fast, but it only gave like 50 experience.
Well, that was a hurt more and an attack on the knight.
Oh, it was a hurt more. Okay, I missed that. So this doesn't look like it's going to be a nice Charlock with these knights everywhere.
We had a hunch this was coming.
Yeah, everything was too easy. I mean, it had to come somewhere, right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle in. We're going to have a slow slog here.
So now it becomes, where do you grind? The big question. I mean, Sparkover found a spot with a lot of wizards that died easy and gave almost 200 experience. That would probably be the first thing in my head that I would run to grind.
Either that or that area with the green dragons that go down to 1 hurt more and give 251.
I don't know if she actually ever saw the green dragons. I think she's going to farm Druid Lords.
Not a bad idea.
Oh no, especially if you can hit it with a hurt more and it's right near the castle. And Tristal is about to go into go mode.
Autoshy, the Hawksness enemy was a wolf. A lot of HP, but otherwise very tame.
Yeah, it did almost no damage. Even at level 4 with no armor or with the chainmail, it only hit for a couple. And it looks like we have 68 strength and 79 agility at level 14. Wow.
Oh, this is going to be grind.
Yeah, so what they're looking for strength-wise is you really need a minimum of 85 strength to even consider doing any decent damage to the Dragon Lord. But in Chaos, you generally want to aim for 90, at least 90, if you have the Fighter's Ring, just to give you a couple of extra damage.
And where are they at again?
68 at 14. I don't know what Tristal is at 15, though.
Well, his MP is only 75, so he only has 9 heal mores right now.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's just looking for information now, because he knows he's way below what he needs, just from the health and magic alone. Oh, ghosts have insanely high defense, but they tickle.
So, a little interesting to note here over on Tristal's side. Take a look at his gold. After doing that gold grind, I don't think he's died.
No. He's died once, I think. And, because he had a lot of gold.
So this seed has been extraordinarily fast up to this point, and I'm pretty sure we are going to hit the brakes right about now.
Yeah, usually when you start getting into the teens, the mid-teens, there's always that, okay, now when's the big level coming? It could be 15, 16, it could take to 2021 for the big level. But and now you're just looking for the one thing that's going to push you over.
JJ Gornt, not a stupid question, as far as I'm concerned. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. But no, this is very consistent. Each player is playing the same seed. So the seed is what dictates when you go up levels and what stats you get. There are minor differences in each level a little bit because of their names. Sparkover is on a strength HP build, and Tristal is on strength agility build. So Sparkover's quote-unquote natural HP is going to be a little higher, whereas Tristal's agility is going to be a little higher.
So it looks like, a 1,500 experience point lead for Tristal right now. And those rates just look impossible to run from. The problem with Charlock is all of those enemies, like the fact that she was running from Knights in the overworld map, that's not going to happen here as easily, because when monsters that are not in Charlock actually get a penalty to their agility when it comes to running away from them. When you start getting into Charlock, the penalty is removed. So if they have max agility, they have max agility, and your chances of running are going to be really low.
And another question from AutoShy in chat. Does the garbage disposal taste better when you lick it while it's on? The answer to that is absolutely. I recommend everybody try that.
And Sparkover just hit 15, and we saw with 4 strength. So that means 72 strength at level 15 they both have right now.
Woof.
So they're pretty much short on every stat right now to fight the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, they're just not capable in any way, shape, or form. Unless, of course, you go YOLO, hurt more strats, and, hit 3 consecutive times.
Which might not even be enough, because it could have up to 230 health.
Wouldn't that be hysterical? You hurt more the Dragon Lord 3 times, it doesn't die, and then you run out of magic.
Or it casts heal, and then you
And
that is even more painful.
Yeah, if that were to ever happen, I'm pretty sure my computer would get thrown across a room.
It's a good thing these rates only cast hurt. That's all I'm gonna say. Because It doesn't look like that you can run from them. And it sucks that they cast heal. So even if you try to kill them, unless you're actually hurting with hurt more, which they do have some resistance to, those things are not gonna die.
No,
unless you get a lucky crit.
Yeah, and they still don't have sleep, so they can't even try to see if they can put them to sleep.
Yeah, it's going to take level 16 to get sleep.
But Tristal is having a rather successful dive.
Yep, but he's burning all of his magic is why. He's already low on magic. I think he's going to... What I think he wants to do is, one, find the Death Necklace, because it's in either the Vanilla Swords chest or in the Treasury, which he's headed to the Treasury now. And 2, he probably wants to see what monster is protecting the Dragon Lord. And then 3, what the Dragon Lord is going to do to him.
Yeah, I would add... I'm a big proponent of, giving the Dragon Lord a little bit of a poke, both 1 and 2, before going to fight it for good. Because you never know what could be, hiding up his sleeve. Either one of their sleeves.
Well, he's not going to the Treasury, so he's not checking for the Death Necklace. And I'm just looking on one of the other races that was going on now. We just had someone win by 15 seconds. Lord of the Sin beat Amazing Toaster by 15 seconds. They were both on the Dragon Lord together.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
So, Edgy would like a sit rep on this race. Well, everybody has what they need, except for stats. And both of our runners need stats. All of the stats. All right, so let's see what level 16 here gives.
4 strength.
And our runners still need all of the stats.
Yeah, right now at level 16, they have 6 strength they have, and that's a minimum of 10, if not 15 strength below, and they barely have enough health to survive 2 Dragon Lord breaths, and not enough, or they might have enough magic now, but pretty much every stat is below what they need to fight the Dragon Lord.
Was that a Wraith that's the Guardian?
Yep, which is actually very nice, because that thing is not going to do any damage to him. It's going to take a while to kill it, and, well, they might have to burn a hurt more, too, but...
Alright, so Tristal is now going to poke Dragon Lord 1 and possibly 2 if he gets there.
And maybe try sleep or hurt more, you know, for fun if he gets there.
Thou art a fool!
Ooh, 22 damage and he cast heal. Oh! So every time the Dragon Lord casts heal when he takes 22 damage...
And he hits like a truck!
He heals it. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. So we know what it has. Oh! It's sleep on the Dragon Lord too. Oh!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, settle in. This could take a while.
Here comes the grind. How much do we need to level? Oh, well, he's close to the next level at least. Yep, so, it looks like Dragon Lord 1 has around 20 to 25 health range, but the heal spell, which heals for 20 to 30.
Oh, and that was a complete crap level at 17.
Yep.
Where's Empty Eye when you need him?
Yeah, we might need at least 2-3 more levels. Get your grind on.
Get your grind on. Get your grind on.
Well, here's the good news though is after they actually gain 10 or 15 more strength, they might be able to one-shot Dragon Lord 1 and avoid taking the hit that he can dish out. Oh, 11,000 experience needed for level 18.
And there is no way, shape, or form are our runners capable of killing Dragon. You're barely damaging Dragon Lord.
Well, that's not true, because if they hit Stop Spell turn 1 and he casts Sleep often, they can do it.
11 heal mores? 101
That's a
HP?
lot of ifs, though.
Look, green dragons.
And they're near the castle, too.
Etap, Sparkover did rescue Gwaylin, but left Gwaylin at the bottom of the grave when a knight made her charcoal.
Yeah, she's not so happy right now.
And Sparkover fighting a golem, and this golem, like its stone man cousin, is extraordinarily quick.
Yep, the thing is, it does no damage, and I've seen it run away from Tristal. So Tristal is going to has actually a decent lead now, just because he has the knowledge and he's already got the head start on the grind. So what it comes down to is Sparkover seeing what the Dragon Lord is and who can level the fastest and actually have the smoothest walk down to the Dragon Lord.
And given everything that you just said, no, this race isn't over, because Tristal could have one of the worst walks through Sharlock imaginable, and Sparkover get extraordinarily lucky. So this race is far from over.
Also, Sparkover is at the bottom with 73 magic. If she gets to the Dragon Lord with over 50 magic and just instinctively cast Stop Spell, which a lot of racers have been doing, they just immediately go into the Dragon Lord's fight and cast Stop Spell, and it hits. She actually has a legitimate chance of winning.
Only if the Dragon Lord casts sleep 75% of the time.
Well, even if it casts it 50% of the time, that's a more attacks that she's going to get. But that is a big stretch, though. Because she has to get to them first, and these enemies aren't just going to let her get there very fast or easily either. It always seems like the bottom floor just has like the highest encounter rate, and it just you could have a great Charlock, but once you hit that bottom floor, you're getting into an encounter every 3 steps, whether you like it or not. Nope. The Dragon Lord can have 25, 50, or 75%. For sleep, that is. I think heal is capped at 50%.
Heal is capped at 50.
And even a 50% sleep chance, that's a lot of extra turns that you're going to get.
All right, so let's see what Sparkover does here with this upcoming Wraith mini-boss.
Well, ghosts are starting to run, so that's kind of nice.
That is nice.
Yeah, you can't run from the Guardian, unfortunately. And, oh, she just hit it for 1 damage, so... you're going to have to spend Hurtmores on the Wraith. That's pretty much 10 magic that you're guaranteed to throw away.
Tristal closing into within 1900.
Oh, is Sparkover just going to grind, I guess, on the Wraith? Because there's no other reason why she would walk away like that. Oh, nope, she just oh, she didn't even try the Dragon Lord. She just wanted to see what the Guardian was.
Interesting.
Yeah, you definitely got to give a shot to the Dragon Lord just to see what it's going to do to you.
Is she going to go back to grinding here on level 1?
Yeah, I think she wants to fight the Druid Lords. I think that's where she thinks is the best experience. Well, the good news, McGrew, is she's not going to get any bad news right now. It's looking like those dragons don't want to appear that often.
Yeah, no.
Tristal is slowly gaining levels, or experience. No snooze is good news!
So where is the good grind spot? That is the question.
I bet you she's going to make a dash for the Wizards.
Could be. Ooh, Green Dragon for Tristal. That's nice.
Actually, I think that was 2 in a row that he just got. She also could be heading for the Rogue Scorpion. Oh, wow.
Tristal finally getting his grind spot, it looks like.
But yeah, a quick recap for those who came here from the other race. This match was pretty much dead even for the first 40 minutes or so. Sparkover got the go mode a little bit before Tristal, but Tristal was able to gain about 1,000 to 1,500 experience point lead. And she went into Charlock in about 45 minutes, and Tristal about 5 minutes later. And, he had a much better time getting to the bottom, so he was able to get a head start on the experience grind. And we can tell from the trip down and the Dragon Lord fight that this could be anyone's game right still, even if he takes a 3,000 experience point lead.
Yeah, the Dragon Lord has moderate defense, hits like a truck, and has heal. Dragon Lord 2 has sleep.
Yep, the only redeeming thing about the Dragon Lord 1 fight is it appears to have 25 health or so. And maybe 25 to 30 health, and Tristal hit him for 22, I think, before he started casting heal. So we know he doesn't have a lot of health, but the question is, can you one-shot him before he one-shots you?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think he hit for, what, 68 or so, was it? And welcome to our friends
68, yeah.
from the Randomania 2 channel.
Yep. Welcome to our friends who were watching 4 people race. Now you're just watching 2.
Only 2.
But it's a good one.
And they're the same person. But yeah, Sparkover went to the Wizards. That's where her grind spot is.
Yep.
Green Dragon versus Wizard. But Tristal got his level. What do we got here? Oh. Well, really good agility, but that's so borderline, considering what the Dragon Lord has.
Yeah, given that the Dragon Lord has sleep, I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
And he never got a chance to see if he had any stop spell resistance, so,
Yeah, if Dragon Lord 2 has 15 out of 16 or 14 out of 16 stop spell resistance, that's going to be a long battle.
Yeah, you're going to have to grind a lot of strength and a lot of health to survive the round you're going to be asleep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw on the other channel, Amazing Toaster, 15-second time difference, I believe. So amazing job, dude. And to Dad Tie-Dye, I can't say your name. Dat Tie-Dye guy who ended up winning his race.
The tie-dye guy.
The tie-dye guy. That's a tongue twister, okay? Actually, he hit for 68, which, in retrospect, that 68 could actually be the low end of his damage spectrum. He could hit for 80s.
So let's see how much longer Tristal has until level 19 now.
I think this wizard grind is working, because she has cut the gap severely. She's close to 2,000 behind now.
Ooh, and the skeletons who are in the same area give 193.
Yeah, so I think she's got the hot spot.
She's got the better spot. I agree with you.
And she's farming on mountains, which is a twice the encounter rate as running in through through a swamp right now.
Yeah, I believe the encounter rate's 1 out of 4.
It's 1 out of 8 on the mountains, and I think it's 112 or 116th in the swamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she started the grind 3,000-4,000 experience behind, and she's closed it to 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, since they're sitting here grinding, let's take a second real quick to plug a few things for our channel. What do you say?
Go for it!
Because it looks like Nora is rolling through some commands so fast that I can't even watch them anymore. But coming up, March 23rd through the 31st will be the Randomania Randomizer Marathon. I think it's part 2, because I think this is the second year.
It is indeed the second.
Oh, yeah. I'll even be running in it. I will be running Dragon Warrior 2 and the 3 Randomizer. And there'll be all kinds of randomizers from all of the series taking place during that week. So she's got the schedule there. Check it out. If you like randomizers, you're going to get lots of randomizers. And obviously, give a follow to our runners right now. Sparkover and Tristal MTG that are racing. it's looking like that this race is going to come down to the wire. Whoever makes the first gamble or gets the better Sharlock or Dragonlord fights. And of course, follow our tracker, some person named High Spirits. And of course, my co-commentator, Z-Man, with a bunch of numbers that I don't remember. Oh, there is 050778.
Oh, we have 19. Big power, big agility, decent HP. I think this is it.
Sparkover is 1,000 behind right now. Actually, 800 behind right now.
Sparkover is making up this gap quick.
She was over 3,000 experience behind you guys.
This is getting to be quite the comeback.
It's still not a very good HP MP total, and 2,500 for the next level to 20.
I think you gotta make a legit try here at 19. I think. Oh, some of Sparkover's luck is going away though. She keeps now running into blue dragons.
Yeah, at least they're one shot and give a little experience. She has like a 40% chance to get something really good here, so you know the odds will be back in her favor soon.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Potentially. And she's just about to hit 19 too, so she's only going to be a minute to 2 minutes behind, depending on if she can find anything to kill here.
Magidaki's here's a skeleton. The skeleton should do it, I think.
I believe so.
Oh, nope, one more.
Okay, she must be right on the cusp of it then.
Mm-hmm. No, skeleton, don't run away. There we go.
Bad skeleton. So will she make the dive now at 19? She is going to have more health to work with. In fact, she's going to have 124 health compared to 114. That has to be worth it. 124 health, 94 magic, I believe, or 91 magic. Yeah, that has to be the go.
Yeah, I would absolutely go.
Especially since she doesn't know what the Dragon Lord has, so... Although she should be using the inn.
Yeah. She's not using the inn.
Well, she's only down by 2 magic, I think. Yeah. So the only thing she's losing out is a potential stop spell or sleep. But that could be the difference between an extra heal more or not. That's a possibility, Dead. A lot of runners like to just cast Stop Spell first and then go from there and see what happens. So if she goes into the fight, casts Stop Spell, and it works, she doesn't have to worry about anything else with that fight. Although she ran into a rude knight.
Well, at least now she's hitting the rates for 7 and 11.
That's not going to outdamage their heal, though. Ooh, it runs away now.
McGrew, the creator, and who has access to the ROM, giving us a little tease, saying if they can get Stop Spell to land, it's an easy fight.
So since they've gained about 20 to 25 strings since the last time Tristal hit the Dragon Lord 1, it should die in one hit. Unless, like, 22 was, like, a max damage roll that he did earlier.
And Tristal gets to the bottom floor first.
Yeah, he's definitely having an easier time getting down there. I don't think McGrew's going to confirm anything until after something dies.
Oh, it is 50% sleep max. Okay.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. We weren't sure if sleep was 50 or 75.
Yeah, you called it edgy.
Yep, you get the credit, Edgy. It's all you, man. So Tristal does have a few floors lead because Sparkover is getting a lot of encounters right now.
And this rogue scorpion keeps putting her to sleep.
And it's just hunting her. Just hunting through the hollowed halls of Sharlock.
Oh, the Wraith ran away from Tristal. That's big.
Oh yeah, we knew it could run away because we saw it do that to Sparkover. But here we go. Can he one-shot the Dragon Lord or take a ton of damage? Oh, he didn't one-shot it.
Nope, took a ton of damage.
At least it was only 51.
Alright, here comes the stop spell. No effect.
So the question is, how many times do you try to stop spell before you give up? Oh, and he nailed it. So this should be an easy win now.
We'll see,
as long as he doesn't slip up with any commands, this should be pretty easy. Too, apparently. But Sparkover is on the final floor, too, so she's still going to be a pretty close race if she doesn't get sleep locked. And he's casting sleep a lot.
This does look like a 50% sleep.
And Sparkover is still having a lot of trouble with all of these encounters. See, she could have beat him at level, like 3 levels ago. She just had to fight him and cast Stop Spell.
Yeah.
Although it looks like he has a healthy amount of health.
Yeah, he does. I mean, Tristal's not getting bad, terrible rolls. It's just Dragon Lord's taking a lot of health.
And GG to Tristal. And he does the return spell. He didn't want to walk home. And Tristal takes first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 43 seconds, as Sparkover goes to fight the Dragon Lord. And gets hit for 68. She's like, what did he just hit me for? 206 health. Ooh, let's see if she, what she does here. Okay, so she didn't cast Stop Spell. Oh, no, this is not good. Well, she's still alive. She woke up right away. So he's about a 50% Stop Spell resistance. Oh, she cast Sleep. Oops. Did she try to give him a little bit of his own medicine? Either that was a misclick or...
I'm thinking it was a miss menu.
Yeah. Yep, it was a miss menu.
It was a miss menu.
As Sparkover says, so I'm 2 for 2 on mismenuing right after I lose. The sting of knowing that she's unfortunately not going to make it to the bracket stage. ended up throwing off a sleep. A Hail Mary sleep to get revenge for being put to sleep.
So while we are waiting for Tristal to join us here in Discord, if he does, the final race of round 2 of the Swiss tournament here will be tomorrow night at, I believe it's 10 p.m.
It is 10:30 Eastern.
Yep, it is 10:30 Eastern between Angry Larry and Ryu Saishin. Oh, and with that ding, I do believe we have Tristal. GG, sir.
Hopefully he's not muted.
Yeah, probably push to talk.
It's disastrous of an item. Oh, I'm doing it right now. So Sparkover is making another dive in. She knows what she's looking forward towards now. She knows she's going to get hit for a lot of damage by the first Dragon Lord. Yep, someone cast Stop Spell in Discord. Tristal doesn't know how... That's fine, Tristal. We won't blame anyone else but the Dragon Lord. So Sparkover is going through in the dark now, which she probably can do it after watching Nest Cardinality do it many, many times in his speedruns.
Yeah,
it's probably not too difficult if you've done it plenty of times, but it's not something I would rather want to do.
No, it's not something I would want to do either.
Okay, I think I finally figured it out.
Hi!
Hello!
Good game, sir. So, what'd you think of the seed?
Press the button again.
Alright, well, we'll get this to work at some point.
Hi!
There you go.
So yeah, anyway, the seat kind of handed us everything, unlike the first round for me, so that was really nice. I didn't have to wait until an hour and 30 minutes to get level 5.
Yes, but it took an hour and 30 minutes to gain enough levels to actually be able to do anything, because the stats in this were terrible.
Oh, were they really? Honestly, level 19 for me is actually probably about average for a Chaos Mode Dragon Lord kill. Maybe I need to work on that.
I think you had some bad luck, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, bad luck, bad levels, certainly part of why this took so long. I mean, you guys were both in Sherlock at 45 and 50 minutes. So, I mean, taking that extra half an hour just to level up is unfortunate, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, basically the only reason I went into Charlock was to try and find enemies to grind on, and also just, get a little reconnaissance in there, which actually did really help in the end, knowing that Dragon Lord 2 had sleep.
Yeah, Sparkover actually went into Sherlock about 5 minutes before you did, but you had gotten about a 1,500 experience point lead before that happened, and her dives were a lot harder than your dive was the first time.
Yeah, probably a lot more wraiths, I would imagine. That was kind of the one enemy that was a huge problem in Charlock. Until you got high enough power, it was basically impossible to run from, and you couldn't really damage it without spending a ton of MP on Hurtmore.
Yeah, that race was actually very close for most of it. You guys were neck and neck. You were, I think, even 30, 35 minutes in, you guys had everything, pretty much almost the same stuff with the same experience. And thanks to that first dive that you did and got that information, you started the experience grind at the end there much earlier. You had a 3,000 experience point lead, but by the time you hit 19, Sparkover found a better grind spot, and she was about 500 experience away from you when you hit level 19.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. My grind spot ended up not being nearly as good as I wanted it to be. I had seen the green dragon just at the edge of the desert where you start, but couldn't really find too many of them. I think there was like a zone borderline there that was stopping me from leveling effectively, so I had to walk around quite a bit to try and find where those might have moved on to. Where did she end up grinding at? Because I wanted to grind on the Charlock mini boss, but then when I saw what it was, I was just like, oh, great.
Her grind spot was, I believe, next to Rimildar, where the mountain and desert, or the desert or the mountains are. There was skeletons and wizards there in that grind spot. They both died to one hit and gave 200 experience.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't see either of those, I don't think, the entire run. I was kind of experience dead at the beginning of the run. I don't think I literally killed anything that was worth more than like 90-something experience until really late. I was kind of confused. Like, I thought I might find some more things, but I guess not.
And real quick, I want to thank Speed Gaming for the nice big host that they just gave us. So welcome to everybody from Speed Gaming. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We are currently chatting with the winner of tonight's race, Tristal MTG.
Hi, everybody.
Hi! And Sparkover just hit level 20 on the way down and gained 5 more strength, but 14 magic, which she can't use because she'll have to die to use it. Just in time to see the end of the race, which was extremely close, and if Sparkover would have had a little bit of information on the Dragon Lord, knowing that he had sleep, she may have only finished about 2 minutes behind, but unfortunately her first trip down here actually at the Dragon Lord didn't realize that the first one hit really hard and the second one had sleep. Kind of ended up being dead.
Yeah, I'm sort of curious what the stop spell resistance on DL2 ended up being. I don't know exactly how lucky I ended up getting.
9 out of 16 with 206 health.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it took me, I think, 2 tries to stop spell it, so that's about average.
And Sparkover does get stop spell to hit, so this should be a relatively simple kill from here on out for Sparkover.
As long as she doesn't cast sleep again.
Yeah, one thing I didn't really take into account when doing my stat calculations was if I land a stop spell, it's going to try and cast sleep a whole bunch, and that gives me so many free turns. I may not need to worry about how powerful I am. As long as I've got enough heal mores to last 20 turns or something, I should be alright.
Oh yeah, 50% sleep he had, so he was casting it a lot.
Don't tell Sparkover that, though. He's only tried to cast it once in this fight.
Yeah, but she had like 10 heal mores. But even though he has a lot of health, she does have 105 strength, so... So it didn't seem like the dive in Charlock was all that difficult. You had the Wraiths, which were really hard to run from, but they didn't do any damage to you. And then you had the Knights, which showed up very early in the seed, and we knew right away that it was going to be a Charlock monster. But he didn't seem too difficult to deal with, and you didn't seem to see him that often.
I think I died to it once, sort of in the middle. The Dragon Breath got... Oh, I died to it in Garen's Grave, actually, just before the Erdrick Sword chest. I was like 3 steps away from it, and the Knight ambushed me and Dragon Breathed me for 70.
And Sparkover does get the kill on the Dragon Lord and makes the very short walk home. And she finishes with an SRL time of 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 20 seconds, which is about 11 and a half minutes behind. So give your GGs to Sparkover. And if you haven't for Tristal already, make sure he gets a couple.
He probably deserves a few more than I do.
At least a couple. Hi, Sparkover. How was the race?
Why, hello. That was quite the fun scene, actually. I mean, I'm 2 for 2 now in mismenuing on the Dragon Lord after losing, but other than that...
All right, well, GG Sparkover. I'm glad we were able to get some experience early on this time.
Oh, definitely, me too. But very nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, it was very, very giving in the beginning, so that was nice.
Yeah, not only free keys, but, you know, what, 3-4 towns within 2 screens, plus Charlock, plus Garenham, plus Cole. I mean, just gave us everything right at the beginning, and there were even enemies we could kill right away. It was fantastic.
Yeah. No, that was really fun. I'm trying to think. I guess the jerk was the most annoying thing to find, but I mean, given his name, you know, of course that would be the case.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying to find, but I think I got kind of lucky finding him when I did. I mean, I was aggressively looking for it and found things in the order I wanted to. Got the Silver Heart before I found the Staff of Rain cave, before I found Rainbow Drop cave. So
yeah,
a lot of things lined up.
For me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting with these Swamp Cave split continents, too. You never know where everything's going to be, because there was actually a whole lot of the overworld I didn't really explore. I didn't go to the northwest side of the map very much, so I could have been anywhere, really, but got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to apologize. Everything was given to you in this seed, so I might have made a joke about the Jerk Cave is probably on a separate continent, on a different isle, through the Swamp Cave, way in the opposite corner of the map, you know, just to make you guys search for it for a while. I'm sorry.
But I got to take Gwaelin on a very nice date over there, just for fun.
Yeah, you took her to her grave. Any comments?
Sorry. It's dangerous to date a hero.
You rescued her. You were in the castle, and instead of taking her to her father, you took her into a grave without the outside spell. And was you just sending her home? Was the swamp not good enough for her? I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, honestly, I was mostly just going into the swamp cave for, for research to see what the grindable enemy was there, and I figured, well, I'll pick her up. If I happen to take her home, cool. If I don't, then sorry, girl. So, you know, she got a little tour of the world, and now she's back living with the rogue scorpion.
I don't think she's very happy.
Probably not. She told me she was once, but I feel like since then her mind has changed. Tristal, what did you do for grinding at the end?
So they tell me your grinding was a lot better near Cole and Rimmildar. I went just north of Start. I found a green dragon just on the edge of the desert, and those gave like 251 experience. So I wanted to kill as many as I could, but I didn't really find enough of them. I was kind of on a zone boundary in the desert, so I had to walk around quite a bit to try and find any kind of consistency for it. So I ended up going to the swamp a little northeast of it. There were green dragons, and wyverns gave like 100 and some, so they were okay, but not really that great.
Yeah, I know I wrote down the green dragon was nice and juicy, but I think I only found one. Yeah, I was actually right by Breckenry. It was just above it. I was looking for wizards because I knew they were worth 190, and on the way there I happened to find a skeleton that was also up there in the 100s, and they happened to be in the same zone, so after trying Sherlock for a bit because of the Druin Lords were nice, I eventually gave up on that, and then that was actually a very good spot.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't actually see any wizards on any of my travels, so I didn't get to discover that lucrative XP balloon. I'm not sure if I saw any skeletons either. Maybe one. There were a lot of different things. There were Wraith Knights, there were Demon Knights, there were a whole bunch of things down there.
I never did see a Demon Knight. Huh.
They were not worth your time, believe me. I think they had like 7 experience or something.
Oh, like the metal slime.
Right, yeah, I saw that too. And the the Druins had like single digits, and lots of stuff near the start didn't have more than 100 either, so that was kind of awkward.
Yeah, and Hawksness didn't, well, I didn't look at the other enemies, but I mean, the wolf was fought him once and then left.
Yep. Yeah, I was really hoping any of the 3 spike tiles would have been useful grinds, but the wolf had too many HP and not enough experience to be worth it. The rogue scorpion inside Swamp Cave was too tough to kill enough. And then the Wraith mini-boss was terrible, so...
Well, yeah, by the time you could finally kill it, it would just run from you. By the way, I think that happened... No, the second time I got a critical hit on it, but the first time I went to Dragonlord, it just ran from me.
Yeah, you critted for like 134. I think I saw 2 critical hits the entire run. I was really critical hit dead there. But yeah, I just... I think I tried to run from the mini-boss, and it ran from me instead and let me through, and that was going to be my plan. I wasn't even going to bother attacking it, since half the time I wasn't going to hit it anyway.
Well, thank you guys very much. The race, actually, if Sparkover didn't die there at the end, would have been probably less than a 2-minute difference. Make sure everyone gives these 2 runners a follow at Sparkover and Tristal or MTG. Unfortunately, Sparkover is not going to make it to the bracket, as she is now 0-2. But
for once, you didn't knock me out of the tournament.
I can't do it every time. And Tristal is going to be fighting for his bracket life next week. Any final thoughts for you, Z-Man, on this race?
No, it was real good, real close race. It just, unfortunately, Sparkover took a death there, but it was an awesome race to watch, awesome race to commentate. Great job, both of you.
Yep, and tomorrow will be the last race of this week of Swiss Round 2 between Angry Larry and Ryu Saishin at 10:30 p.m. Eastern here on the Randomania channels. And right after that, we will draw the matchups for Swiss Round 3, which will probably be streamed right after the race. Which means, looks like Z-Man here will be commentating, so he'll have upfront first shot at what the matchups will be.
I will indeed, and I'll be looking forward to calling the race tomorrow night between Angry Larry and Ryu Saishin, and afterwards revealing the bracket for round 3, the critical round. Who gets in the brackets and who doesn't? This is going to be an awesome night tomorrow night.
Indeed, and yeah, so thank you guys very much for joining us this evening. We had a lot of races. We had 4 races, a doubleheader, 3 different channels, almost going at the same time. And exciting Chaos tournament so far. On behalf of Randomania, myself, High Spirits, the runners, Tristal and Sparkover, and my co-commentator, the Z-Man over there. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful night. We will see you tomorrow.
Have a great night, and we are going to now go host Adirondack Rick, friend of the channel, friend of mine. He is currently playing a Zelda 1 randomizer race. So let's go over there, let's give him some love, let's wish him some good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.